Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
Guys, you know how important protecting your data and accessing all the content you deserve is to us, and that's why we use Surfshark.
Yeah, the internet is a scary place. You need to protect yourself, and you might as well unlock all of the things like Netflix libraries and cheaper prices on rental cars and flights.
So, of course, there's a lot of VPNs out there, but why have we chosen Surfshark, Joe?
It's one of the few ones where you can actually share with your friends and family. Unlimited devices.
Boom! Unlimited devices. Be the most popular kid in your family, on your block. Get it now. We have a special deal, guys. Go to surfshark.com/AngryJoeShow. Use code AngryJoeShow, and you're going to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN protection. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you so much. Check it out.
Click those links down below. Get yourself a great deal. And remember, the internet is getting closed down in places like the U.S. South here in Texas. There's certain things that you can't access anymore. So
Wonderful. I like being told what to do in the state of Texas. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. I guess only certain people can tell only certain other people what to do.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Fucking hypocrites.
Yeah. All right.
Don't tread on me unless you have a good reason to tread on me and tell me what to do, because I don't like what you're doing.
Yeah. What they meant by come and take it was come and take my ID so that I can
Come
look
and
at
take it.
Because I'm not a grown person. I can't decide
That's
what I want
right.
to see on the internet.
Real proud of you, Texas.
So that's
Great.
why you need a VPN, so you can look at stuff that OJ spends all day looking at.
God damn. All day.
All day. That's why you're so jacked.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that diaper folder, Joe. What
Yeah,
was that?
I've seen it. Good news, everybody. The EU has fined Apple 500 million euros for deterring third-party payment methods. We've been talking about this for a while. Apple has a walled garden. Everyone is like, hey, shitbags, stop it. You cannot do that. You're using stuff that we're using some of our infrastructure. You're running these businesses, and then you are making 30% profit on all of these other things.
Wow.
They make filthy, dirty money. They make more money than any video game company on video games that they never have once made. They just allow to sell on the platform, and they don't allow alternate payment methods. And the EU and the UK and the US have said, hey, maybe you should allow these third-party methods on there. Still do your own. You can still make disgusting amounts of money. You just can't force other people out. They haven't appeased Europe, and so the Europe has this week told them you owe us 500 million euros for violating the Digital Markets Act. Meta was also fined over 200 million euros. Exactly 200 million euros. Now, the bad news is 500 million euros is less money than Apple makes in a week just on iOS payments. That's not phones or iPads
They laugh at
or
you.
chargers that they purposely designed to go bad after a period of time or any of the other stupid bullshit that they get you to pay too much money for too little of a product. This is just on the 30% for things that they themselves did not make. They make filthy money. So this doesn't mean anything to them necessarily.
Yeah. Cool.
But that's when you're a $1 trillion company.
We'll take the hit. That's fine. We'll continue doing what we're doing.
That's usually what I'm most concerned with, and I always double check on news stories like this. I'm glad Alex checked that out, because it's like, big corporation doing fucked up shit finally gets slapped on the wrist and finally gets taken to task. Half $500,000 fine.
Yeah.
They
just put it
do
in the
that
budget.
in a second. They
Yeah,
make
they
that
just
in
put
a
that in the
second.
budget. It's like, all right, well, we're going to put this aside
Bro,
because that's what we're going to lose,
just
but
put
we're
it
going
in
to
the
continue
budget.
doing what we're doing.
I mean, there's I don't remember who said it, but they were brilliant for making it up, is if the punishment is a fine, then it means that it's only illegal for poor people. And so that's what this is, right? Like, oh, you can't do it. And Apple's like, I make that much money talking to you this week.
Yeah,
Fuck
but
off.
I also probably wouldn't jail people for that, because that would go in the wrong direction. Fines have to be more painful, though, and you have to
Well, I mean, there's countries in Scandinavia where it's a percentage of your income. A speeding ticket
something like that.
hurts for like it's like, oh, I got
and
my
you
Ferrari.
ain't gonna speed if it's a percentage.
Yeah,
of your
and so it's like this doesn't make any sense. Only finding this much to $1 trillion company who is constantly skirting what you've told them to do. But this is what lobbyists are for, and they will pay all sorts of money in every country that's coming after them to lighten it. So we'll see what happens. But it was nice to see that someone's trying to hold them accountable for not following the rules.
Not here.
One of the biggest news stories this week is the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion had a cool little thing where they're showing off, and then they
boom,
shadow dropped it.
Release it, and everybody has been playing it since, and I have nothing but people talking, hey, are you going to review it? Are you watching? Are you playing? We're playing, but I got a lot of work. I wasn't planning on reviewing a 100-hour game, and this thing came out 20 years ago, before the Angry Joe show. I gave that shit a fucking 10 out of 10 back then. It's still a 10 out of 10 today, in my opinion.
This is another one that's done right because again, it looks amazing. You get the DLC and it's $50
or included with Game Pass.
But I'm just trying to throw a shot at the other one that's $80. You don't get the DLC, the remastered one or remake one or whatever.
Yeah.
I still think it's a little pricey, but it's an older game. I'm bringing the price down, but if any game is this good as this, because it's constant value. You can play this game for hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Yeah. And it's not just a mod that you throw on and to make the faces look better or to make the world look better. They went through everything. And again, it's not Bethesda doing it, which is the reason it's so good. Bethesda makes a game that barely fucking works, but it's got good bones, and other people fixed it. Yeah. And so this other company came in and did a wonderful job, and now 4 million players.
I do want a difficulty in between the super hard and the hard. It's like it feels like it goes too much, or they turn into sponges. So that needs to be changed. And I also forgot the fast traveling everywhere. That was amazing. Yes. I guess 20 years ago we were super impatient. Yeah. Fast traveling everywhere. Now I got used to games where you have to walk and only fast travel in certain locations.
I walk everywhere and just hold down my cast spell button. That's how you get all your skills up. Otherwise,
I was just crouching the entire time.
Yeah.
I do appreciate this printing, even though it looks awkward.
Yeah. But 4 million players, one of the most played games on Steam, massively successful for them. This is probably one of the reasons, everyone's like, look, why are you giving $7 billion to pay for Bethesda? And especially when they've been putting out some crap. Well, you sell 4 million copies in a week for a game that came out 20 years ago with a third-party remaster. It's like, this is why. The value of the IP is absolutely there. Now, not everyone was super pleased about it. Ex-Blizzard boss Mike Ibarra, who's got great takes, super, super smart guy. He says that Oblivion Remaster could never hold up against modern masterpieces like Elden Ring. I would love to be proven wrong, but I am not. He doesn't. It just sounds like he doesn't want people to be having fun or something.
So you take a game that is the epitome of gaming, 20 years later, and you're putting it up against a 20-year-old game. What point are you making here? I don't get it.
I guess that he thinks that gaming has moved on, and it's just like, no, people aren't going to enjoy it. Well, you are wrong, butthole.
Very wrong, because I would love to play an updated fucking GoldenEye.
Yeah. Apparently we're getting that too.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm looking forward to that. That's a fucking great game.
Not only does it hold up to Elden Ring, because it's a different kind of fucking game, but it also holds up to fucking games that are being released now. Fucking Dragon Age Veilguard. I'd rather play 3 Oblivion remasters than fucking.
Oh, it's Starfield.
There you go. That's an even better example from the same fucking company. I'd rather play the 20-year-old Oblivion than replay Starfield. Yeah. Replay the 20-year-old Oblivion than replay Starfield.
Nobody wants a Redfall. That's
no one
wants Redfall?
Yes.
You want to talk about Redfall? Redfall.
Yeah.
Maybe he was talking about that game. So that came out recently.
That vampire epic that made vampires popular again?
Oh, no, I'm in trouble. Gotta call my ex-boyfriend.
Red. Oh, man.
That's a superpower. I didn't make it up.
Yeah, that's what they did. Instead, you could do the entire Assassin's quest, and then it's like, this is so awesome. I killed everybody, and it's so great.
I was like, you had to kill the old lady. I felt so bad. Like, she probably did something wrong. They just told you to go kill her?
You can have her kill herself, though. You can cast Frenzy on her, and so you self-invisibility and Frenzy, and then as long as she's next to another NPC...
you don't feel as bad.
Well, because she attacked the guard. I may have instigated, but it's like the guard is the one who killed her, wasn't me. And so like and then you don't get flagged. It's not a crime to do that.
There you go.
So that's if you ever want to be an absolute psychopath.
It's not a crime to instigate other crimes.
No, it's Magic Universe, Joe.
Got
all
it.
right, it's totally fine.
Love it.
Yeah. You know who wasn't happy about the shadow drop of Oblivion Remastered?
The fucking Activision guy.
No, well, them, and then the Expedition 33 studio probably. That game, it had some press. They did some big events. They invited some people out. They did a big deep dive thing that we watched. And then just before their game came out, the company that also
the same week,
was
we're like, what
week,
the fuck?
but it didn't matter because the quality of the game has kind of shown through. They've already sold 1 million copies in 3 days. Massive player counts on Steam where people are paying full price. I mean, we're talking about, like Persona levels because you're inspired by the classic JRPGs, and they're right up there in quality and writing and combat, and they're right up there in sales. And so I think that it did initially hurt them a little bit, but I think as more people hear like how amazing that game is, that
you just gotta play it or watch people play it.
Yeah,
because when I first saw it, I was like, it doesn't look good, not for me. But we played it. I honestly went home and downloaded it myself.
Yeah, I think we all look at the fucking name. What a terrible fucking name. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 makes it seem like, some generic throwaway, quickly produced. No, there's some effort in here. No, Robert Charlie Patterson Cox.
Yeah.
Robert Patterson.
It's Robert Charlie Patterson
I want his
Cox.
face off.
But you wanted Patterson? I thought you preferred Cox.
God damn it.
See, Charlie Cox voices the character who looks like Robert Pattinson, in case you're confused. Okay.
Yeah. Game's great.
Good so
you should
far.
check it out.
We're going to
Yes,
continue
it is.
playing it just as soon as I finish this fucking Atom Fall and stop dealing with goddamn copyright strikes from goddamn fucking movie
That's
companies.
bullshit
Fuck
because
off.
it's less than 10.
Yeah.
Fucking re-render
Less
that
than 10
shit
seconds.
16, okay, to be fair, 12 times. I have 12 renders. But I was thinking about doing it 16 times. I gave up.
All right, big news. Madden 26. I know it's on everyone's hotly anticipated list. It's a big thing over here.
They were advertising it during the draft a lot.
Yeah, Madden 26 is skipping PS4 and Xbox One. It is finally moving on from last-gen consoles.
What?
And then it is also going to be launching on Switch 2. If you are at EA and you're like, hey, what console do people constantly pay way too fucking much and get too little? You think Nintendo, right? And so, of course, launching on Switch 2 makes a ton of sense. But now that there's no previous gen console version, what are they going to do to PC players? Because they're always giving PC players
It was
the
a year
shittiest
behind. Yeah, but they'll give the PC players shit. They were like second-class citizens. But now it'll probably be parity. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, what the fuck? So
is your expectation there's going
my
to be parity?
expectation, yeah, because there's parity now. But there were years where they were dragging ass.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dragging ass right now, still, too. Whatever. Finally,
But
they
they
let go
brought
of the
back-
old consoles.
Yeah. Well, it's the college football one now has a high school. They brought that back. So
You don't think they're going to do?
Bundles.
You've been looking at the features? I still haven't. I've been staying
Yeah, they
away.
kept-
We can do our
'cause I was
trailer
watching
reactions and shit.
I was watching the
Is
draft.
there one that's already out? Oh, the draft is like, hey,
Yeah, you
check
get
it
the
out.
Yeah, 'cause
College
you get
football's
the bundle,
coming.
You start here, work your way to the top.
Genius marketing.
It was.
right
So
there.
it's like,
That's how you do it. Yeah. Well, I mean, they could also take inspiration from the last wrestling game that gives PC absolutely nothing for no reason, and it's got like way less, but they're charging the same amount of money for it. It's like, but wait a minute, I
Does
thought
it-
you're showing off your really cool island filled with microtransactions, but you
you don't get that yet.
don't get any of that
Not yet.
stuff. Oh, cool, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that version of that game. So,
Yep.
well, if you want, you can play it on Switch 2 now, and so I know that'll make you happy for time, just in time for your
Oh,
review.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not buying a Switch 2, and I'm not fucking buying Madden on the goddamn Switch 2. You're trying to go to some bizarro universe. Fuck that. And then I bet you on the Switch 2, what's the price of Madden 26 on the Switch 2? They're like, oh, $80? Well, we're Madden. This experience, we rank at a $90 base experience, plus our $100 Pro version and our $120 Coach version. Wouldn't put it past EA.
Pass.
So if they put it, do you think they try to do price parity across all systems then? Like if Madden charged $80 on Switch 2, do you think they're going to try to do that on PC?
Yeah, if I'm curious, is Madden 26 going to be 80 like Mario Kart, or is it going to be 70 like the other next-gen versions? We better check to see the price on the fucking consoles.
I don't know if it's
On the other consoles and the PC. Do you think they raised the price because they had the opportunity to raise the price on the Switch 2 version?
Yesterday's price is
Holy
not
shit.
today's price. And
Unless
so-
the Switch 2 version becomes the second-hand class citizen. But they didn't say that it's a lesser version, did they? They said, no, we're going to make sure that it has all
They
the
haven't said
features
that
and
yet.
everything. I don't know if they have those details out yet. They just said it's coming to the Switch 2.
Yeah, it said via a Switch 2 port is what they mentioned.
But you would think that if they're skipping the last-gen platforms, they're not going to do a last-gen parity type of thing for the Switch 2. They're counting the Switch 2 as just as powerful.
And it's launching at the same time, so it's not.
So it has. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we'll see. That's going to be an interesting thing. Are they charging $70, and therefore Madden will be $70, and it's just Nintendo games that they deem are Nintendo quality, and they'll be at $80.
College football will not be coming over to the Switch 2, so it will just be Madden for now. There's no announcement, and so it's coming out first. So I think we would have done that. So
That's weird.
Maybe that'll come
Why-
next year, Joe, because they only have a certain amount of resources, probably.
yeah, and then EA College Football, of course, did not release on the old consoles either, and so it just looks like EA has completely moved on from them. So those people who've been sitting and waiting, to upgrade, I think now's the time to start looking at switching. But if there's games that you want to play,
Yeah.
all right. You had two.
I got some things here. So want to let y'all know the Robocop Rogue City expansion, that big expansion.
The
It
Dredd
is,
one?
yeah, it looks, well, you say Dredd, you get me excited. Oh, fuck. Judge Dredd and Robocop, let's fucking go. No, it's Dredd-like. The plot of
Even
the
the
Dredd. You
Dredd
can just say the
movies
raid.
were Dredd-like.
The Dredd movie was the raid plot line. It was basically Robocop in the movie The Raid. Except for Robocop doesn't do the kung fu. Don't expect Robocop to do kung fu in this expansion, okay? Though that would be pretty sweet. I'd like to see Robocop
Can't move
do
that
kung fu.
fast.
He moves terribly.
Slow kung fu, Joe. Slow kung fu.
You would see it coming. Just move out the way.
Slow kung fu is what
Tai
Steven Seagal
Chi.
does, though.
It's fucking Tai Chi.
You've seen Steven Seagal. He moves real slow, and people come to attack
He
him.
doesn't even get out of his fucking chair
He
anymore.
doesn't- yeah.
His movies, he's rolling. He's like,
He's
oh
rolling
shit.
in the chair.
He's got a rolling chair. He's like shooting.
But he's going backwards because he's shooting
He
in
would
his
get
rolling
out
chair.
of a chair. You see a fucking chair go across the hallway. What the fuck is
Steven Seagal.
You can't talk ill of Steven Seagal. Your Russian social credit will go down.
That is true.
All right, but anyway, the latest trailer for Unfinished Business is what it's called. I got some unfinished business in this building. Voice acting, more RoboCop. You're basically getting a RoboCop 2.7. And this is July 17th, so I wanted to let everybody know about that we will be playing that over here on the Angry Joe Show. And then might as well let you know, what was the other one? Broken Arrow, a RTS I've been looking forward to quite heavily, just recently announced their launch date a day after my birthday, June 19th, is the full launch of Broken Arrow. And that's RTS, large-scale, real-time modern warfare.
Yeah, we've
strategy game.
played some of it. We've
Yeah.
seen a lot of it. It looks really cool, and it's from really cool companies.
There's also a Dune Awakening MMO beta happening over May 9th to May 12th.
Those are
How
the
can
one
you
this
get in
weekend.
that? You can register on
Private
Steam,
little
but
event,
you
Yeah,
probably
I was watching Bike.
you may or may not get in. And then,
said
but
they're
that's
gonna release tons
releasing
of keys.
June 10th, so June is already getting packed.
Yeah, they said that they're going to release tons of keys for this open beta to make sure everything works.
I think it's still a closed beta. Or I guess it's open
You have
if
to
you just
request,
request.
yeah.
On Steam, you can call it open.
Yeah.
Did you ever get your key for a marathon?
No, Joe. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
We never got our Keeper Marathon. I mean, is that beta still going? And I guess they're still doing waves.
might.
We will be in last wave a day before the game releases.
Oh no, we missed
unless
it.
we accidentally get a code from somebody else who isn't named Angry Joe, and we're just like, oh, no, let's turn that account off.
I watched it. Parts of it look cool. Parts of it look all right. And I think it's mostly just all right. It's 5 years late to the party.
Yeah.
And like that, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like, what is the zombie game that came out 5 years after all the zombie games? It's like we've seen all this
less
before.
for more. The fact that this is paid is ridiculous, and no campaign. Nah, man, Bungie, wow. Shell of its former self.
The real floaty, Joe. Don't you love the Halo movement, and the grenade throw is exactly the same?
I like Halo movement.
Yeah, now give me $40.
No.
Oh. All right. Fine. You're banned from Marathon.
Fuck.
Oh, well.
Can't stop me. I'll eventually get in.
But you have to pay $40.
Gotta do it for the show.
Is it for
Gotta do it for the show.
I don't think it's going to be less than $40.
They haven't said what it's gonna be, but you know.
They haven't said what
Alex
it's
is
going to be.
right. They're gonna cut their loss. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. Okay, they bought it for $1 billion. What's your next hit?
Billions? Yeah.
Yeah. What's your next hit? And they say, okay, well, we're done with Destiny. Well, we'll do a little bit of story expansion for
Concord
that.
2.
Our next big thing is a game that has no story, no single player. It's a live service.
It's
It's
genius.
extraction shooter only.
It's genius. You can't complain about the story if there's no story.
Genius.
That's true.
Can't complain about a story mode when there's no story mode. Or can you,
I
Joe?
like it.
I'm complaining. There's no story
There's nothing
mode.
there. You can't complain.
Why? It's not even fucking Marathon. Why don't we all fucking admit that Marathon is not Marathon? It's just using the fucking IP. That's all it's doing. It just reskinned an extraction shooter with the IP Marathon, and then people are complaining, okay, we better write the story. Shit, we better put in more Marathon elements.
Well, I also hate marathons. Like the idea of running 26 miles sounds stupid.
Yeah, Joe,
So-
and y'all don't do the running. Y'all do the weightlifting.
I'll
but
do the
y'all don't
elliptical, but
running.
no, run is bad for you.
Why do the other stuff? The tough
Oh,
mode.
well, you told me
the
you hate
obstacles.
that shit, and you don't do running.
Yeah. Like I walk and then do the obstacles. I love the obstacles. Those are fun.
Yeah, you just
That's
want
the in
put a
between that I
bunch of
hate.
obstacles
Fuck
in
it.
Joe's way, and then make him run.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Named your game after a chore. I don't want to play.
I would play an actual marathon single player experience. Make it. I was hoping that we'd get like a Halo. You know, put as much serious effort and
Halo's having some problem
multi-modes,
of its own.
lore, and multiple gameplay.
It's not.
It's not. What is it called again? Just Halo.
Marathon.
Because it's not.
The Halo company.
Yes.
Bungie.
Well, no, the
Joe, did you
They
forget?
changed the name.
the new company for Halo is now called like
That's
the Halo.
a different company,
Yeah, it's a
Joe.
different-
That's
well, I'm just
three,
saying
four.
they're still having some problems with Halo.
They can't even get Halo
They can't-
right, and then
Yeah,
Bungie's
yeah.
not going to be able to get this shit right.
Right.
I don't know.
I just wish they'd put more effort into it instead of like this live service extraction shooter with 6 characters at release and 3 maps. It's like, bro, really? Like, you're a company that just got bought for billions of dollars, and this is what you're putting out like you're an indie, company and you're early access? What the fuck? All right. Anyways, that's it.
Yep.
That's all I got. I do want to let you know things that are worth your money, like protecting your data, getting access to some of the shows that they restrict you from, changing your country,
You know what the internet was
getting
originally
around
created
Texas
for?
restrictions.
You can't do that in Texas.
Freedom.
Can't do a lot of
You can't do that in Texas, and that's what the internet was created for.
Come and take it. Well, let me give you my ID first.
There's a great song from Avenue Q.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, well,
I still need to go see
you
that.
need to see it next time they come to town.
Yeah,
I'm buying tickets because
for sure.
I'm gonna even drag his ass.
Let's do
You
it.
love it.
Okay.
But, all right.
All right, well, that's it for us. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.